Well, good afternoon, my particularly bright and brilliant grade 4 students. Welcome back to our health education online class. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great, and I would love to say congratulations to all of you who passed all the exams. And now we are starting our new term. That is the last term of our academic year 2019-2020. So this is the last term. I hope you guys are going to do your best and you are going to do the best on your final exam, which will be in December. So try your best to study hard and also complete all their assignments and the tasks which will be given every day. So right now we are going to study Unit 7, which is about help. Do you need help? When you face the problem or any difficulties, for sure you really need help. When you cannot deal with it by yourself, when you cannot solve it by yourself, you definitely need the help from someone. Could be from your parents, friends, or brothers and sisters. So you really need help. You really need assistance. Because sometimes we cannot deal the problem or tackle the problem by ourselves or by yourself. You cannot deal the problem by yourself, so you might need help from others, from people around you, from your best friend, from your close friends, from your parents, or from your siblings. So we are talking about help, alright? In section A, we are talking about emergencies. You know what emergency is? So emergency is a serious, dangerous, and unexpected situation. Something that happened without any expectation, but it is seriously and dangerously. So we call emergency. Something that happened without planning, something happened with a very dangerous situation, that is called emergency. Okay, so before going to our lesson, I want you all to go through with the key words first. These words appear in our lesson. That's on page 32 and 33. So we have 5 main keywords right here. Okay, let's take a look at the whiteboard and read these keywords after me and try to remember their definitions as well. Our first word is arise. Arise means to come up, or you can say to spring up or to happen. So the emergency arise, that means the emergency happens or occurs, or you can say come up or spring up. So we say arise. Arise means to come up, to spring up, or to happen. Okay? Arise. What does it mean, arise? To come up, to spring up, or to happen. This is the meaning of the word arise. The second word is emergency, as I have already explained in the previous part, and that means a serious and unexpected situation. Or you can add a serious, a dangerous, or unexpected situation. So we call emergency, something that really urgent and you really need some help quickly. That's called urgent. Okay, so word number 3, respond. Respond means to reply to react to, or to answer to. So we can say to respond. Respond. Okay? Flee away, that is our word number 4. Flee away means to run away. When you face something happen seriously or dangerously, you have to flee away quickly, or you have to run away quickly. Don't stay close to it because you might get the dangers. You might get a danger, right? The last word is hotline number. Hotline number refers to the numbers or specific numbers for emergency. When you face something happen or the emergency, definitely you really need a hotline number, you call the specific number that can help you, or they can rescue you quickly and safely. So that's the hotline number, and I will give you some hotline numbers in our country. Okay, so this is our keywords. I hope you all remember and can pronounce this word correctly. So repeat after me, okay? Arise, arise, emergency, respond, flee away, hotline number. Okay, now we are moving on to section B. We're talking about what to do in an emergency. So when you face or when you encounter an emergency, what should you do or what you need to do? Well, there are some tips of anti-mail right here. You will read on page 33, so you will know what to do. Right, but in our book has mentioned that or has stated that we should fight and flight. Fight and flight. When you face the emergency, you need to fight and you need to flight. So what does it mean? So fight means to respond by facing. For example, when a house is on fire, for sure you have to fight. You have to get the water to put out the fire, okay, to put out a fire, to stop the fire, okay, so you can face it. But if the fire becomes bigger and bigger, you cannot stop it, you cannot putting on it, you have to take a flight, you have to flee away, because you cannot fight back, you cannot stop the fire anymore. You have to flee away first, and you have to calm yourself down and try to call other people for help. You need the hotline numbers for help, for definitely. So what are the hotline numbers that you need in case you really need for the emergency? You really need this. So I have listed some of our hotline numbers in our country. In case you need it or you need them someday, you can call, and you need to memorize them and remember them. Okay, so ambulance. When you see a traffic accident and someone broke the leg or the arms or the head is bleeding, for sure you really need an ambulance to bring him or her to the hospital, right? So you need to call 199. So 199 is the number, the hotline number for the ambulance. So when you face that emergency happen in front of you, you need to call 199, 119. 119 is the number of the ambulance. So the ambulance driver will come quickly and bring that person to the hospital. Okay, so this is the number of ambulance, 119. Okay. Number 2, fire truck. When you face the building is on fire, when you face the fire of houses or the building, so you need to call the fire truck or the fire station for help. So you need to call 666. So 666 is the number, the hotline number of the fire truck, so they can come quickly and to put out the fire. Okay. The third one is the police. When you see some robberies or any criminals, something happens like people fighting or arguing, and you want to call the police, you have to dial the number 117 or 118. So this is the number, the hotline number of the police. And the COVID-19 agent, you have already known this. So right now the world is facing the trouble with the COVID-19 or coronavirus. When someone is infected with the COVID-19, you have to call 115 to bring him or her to the hospital, or to check up or to diagnose, to test he or she get infected by COVID-19 or not. When someone has some symptoms that you have already known, right? So you have to call 115 if you suspect him or her that a person get COVID-19, so you need to call 115. So these are the hotline numbers. Okay, and after watching this video, I want you all to read your lesson on page 33. What to do in an emergency. Read this one and copy this lesson, these keywords, and these hotline numbers in your notebook. Try to remember all these of the hotline numbers in our country, and I will drop task 1 when you are done with the writing. Okay? So again, task 1 will be uploaded after you all finish writing and reading these pages. Okay? So I'll see you in the second video clip. Hey dear students, welcome to our second episode of our lesson. So in this video, I'll give you task 2 to complete right away. Okay, so I will post this task 2 in our Telegram group, okay? But I will explain to you all right now first. So listen to my instruction carefully and attentively to make sure that you will be able to do this task 2 correctly and perfectly. Okay, so now listen to me. That is kind of a word problem, or just a question or situation that you need to, or that is a problem that you need to deal right now. Okay, if you were in one serious situation, you faced an emergency. One of your friend got a traffic accident. When he or she was driving his or her motorcycle, and then the car crashed him or her behind, and he got a traffic accident and he broke his leg. He or she broke his leg. And you were in that situation too. You were there. You saw him or her right there, fell down on the road with a lot of blood. So what would you do? So please write a short paragraph to describe or to tell about your help. How can you help him or her? Okay, again, if you were in one situation or one emergency that happens to your friend, one of your classmates or one of your friends, he or she got a traffic accident and you were in that situation too. You saw him or you saw her, and my question is, what would you do to help him or her? Please write a short paragraph to show or to express how you help him or her. Okay, you got it? I hope you got this point, all right? And write down in a short paragraph to describe how can you help him or her. Okay, and then you have to send that to my personal Telegram. I'm gonna check it. Okay, so write your own idea. What would you do when one of your classmates got in a traffic accident and that is an emergency? He or she really needs help. So what would you do? What would you help? Or how can you help him or her? Okay, so this is your task 2. When you are done with your task 2, please send it to my personal Telegram as always, and I'm gonna mark on it. Well, so thank you, and I'll drop the short reading problem. Read it, and I will explain to you all in Zoom and on Zoom and also in our Telegram post. Okay, so I'll see you in the last video clip. So welcome to our last episode of our lesson. What have you guys learned today, kids? What have you guys learned? So today you have learned about help and emergencies. So as you have already known that emergency refers to the situation that is serious and unexpected happen. So a serious and unexpected situation happen, that is called emergency. When you face the emergency, for sure, you really need help. You need help from someone. You need help from your friend. You need help from somebody around you when you face an emergency or any problem. So These are the words that are related to your text or passage reading. I hope you all remember. Okay, and this is the section B, that is about what to do in emergency. So when we face the emergency, sometimes we can fight and then we take a flight. So fight means to respond by facing, as I have already given you an example in the previous video clip. For example, a house is on fire. One small house is on a fire. The first thing that you can do is to fight. It means you need to put out the fire. You get a water and try to put out the fire or to stop the fire. But if the fire is booming or becoming bigger, you cannot stop it anymore. You need to take a flight. You need to run away. If you still stay there, you might be in the danger. You might have the danger. So you have to take a flight. It means you have to flee away or run away. Okay? In section C, we talk about hotline numbers in Cambodia. Yeah, so you have to memorize these hotline numbers, okay? For the ambulance, for bringing the patient to the hospital, you have to call 119. And fire truck, when you want to stop their fire or to put out the fire, you need to call the fire truck. You just call or dial 666. And police, you have to call 117, 118. Okay? And the COVID-19 agent, you can call 115. So try to memorize these numbers in case you need it or you need them someday. Okay? Right, your homework will be dropped or uploaded after you all finish watching the video. Please do my homework and send your homework. When you are done with the homework, please send it to my personal Telegram any day before the next lesson start. Okay? Thank you for your participation and cooperation. You guys are so brilliant, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye, class.